Good afternoon, guys, and God bless you. Carlos here with Serrano's Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Happy Thursday, by the way. So what are we going to be talking about, Carlos, today? Today we are using my handy dandy whiteboard, my truck. Many of you guys have seen me use this panel for whiteboard. So today, guys, I really wanted to talk about is how I have been able to capture the audience retention and how to keep the customer a little bit longer reading, if that makes sense. If you're like me, when I started, I was lost and confused. I was offering so many things and I was getting no callbacks. They would leave me on red. So if you're like Carlos, if you're feeling like Carlos back in the day, I hope this video helps some of you guys, and maybe some are going through this issue right now. So I'm gonna make this video very short, I hope. I really don't want to take a lot of your time, and hopefully I can transpire a little bit of my my feedback to you guys. So let's get started. So back in 2015, guys, when I started, I really didn't know what I was doing. I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. So I've been in business for 6 years, all right? But for those who have followed my channel, some of you guys know I used to do about 4 to 5 cars a day, right? 4 to 5 cars a day to make $300 at the end of the day. So I was really out there busting my butt. But I had a goal in mind that 6 years later, which is where we are now, 2021, I wanted to work less. I wanted to have the freedom of just not having to worry to do 3, 4, 5 cars a day to live good. Which is, there's nothing wrong with working, doing 3 or 4 cars a day. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, and by all means, if you're doing it, God bless y'all. I commend all of y'all that are out there working daily. But the end of my end goal, which is where I am today, is I really wanted to work less. So hopefully this kind of makes sense throughout the video. So when I started, guys, I offered 12 packages that you see right here, from interior detailing to buffing, which that term is pretty much dead now, buffing. But anyways, I would offer interior details, hand waxes, basic washes. Obviously I didn't offer ceramic coatings, and I didn't offer a 2-step, nor did I offer a 1-step when I started. And what else did I not offer? The hand wax. I didn't offer a hand wax. So when I started, guys, I only offered interiors, basic washes, headliner cleaning, headlight, engine, seat shampoo, carpet shampoo, and buffs. All right, and throughout the years, I started learning techniques. I started learning the value that I was really bringing to the table. And then as I started growing, guys, I started adding more packages, which is a 1-step, ceramic coatings, where we are now. So I added more things. So when I started, guys, I would send a customer this big old list. And I don't know if you guys can relate, but I would send a big list to this customer. And I think I would confuse the customer, to be honest, because I would give them overwhelming information. It was a lot to read. So my callbacks were pretty much, they would never call back. They would never call back. They would leave me on red. And then I would never really get customers. And I went through a good couple of months where I wasn't getting no phone calls, which it was those moments where I was like really like reevaluating, like, did I make the right choice? And if you've been there, guys, or if you're in that situation, trust, don't worry. God will provide your business and your needs and your bills, because it's not an easy road that we go through, but we learn as we go. And I hope that throughout my journey here on YouTube and with you guys, you're able to see a little bit of my daily life and how I have progressed. But anyways, you guys know that I quit my job. I didn't have no money saved, and I lost a lot. But anyways, I don't want to get too carried away. So I went from having 12 packages, guys, to now, remember this number here, $300. And I had to do about 4 to 5 cars a day to make this. And all along, guys, I knew where I wanted to go. Yes, I had to bust my butt for a good couple of years, but it led to where I am today, which is where I wanted to just do 1 car a day and go home with $300 a day. All right, so now 2021, guys, I took this whole list from that to just, this is all I offer in my business: interior details and ceramic coatings. All right, so I went from getting no calls with all this to keeping the customer asking me questions, or pretty much giving them what they need. So usually when a customer inboxes me, there's either two reasons why I'm getting inboxed. One, they heard about my interior detailing, or two, they heard about my ceramic coatings from a friend, from a family, from a referral. So those are usually now the only two things I get inquired about, right? So if you're starting, or if you've been doing this for a while, always, and again, this is just my opinion, and hopefully if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, I totally understand it doesn't work for everybody. But in my business, I only like to offer what you're inquiring me about. And I've said it many times, I don't like to upsell. I create curiosity, and it has done very well for me. I don't like to upsell. I don't like to add on anything like that. So usually when a customer inboxes me, they say, hey, I'm interested in an interior detail. May I have your prices or your packages? I don't have packages. All I have is one set. It's an all or nothing deal. All right, so when a customer inboxes me, let's just per se, for this example, customer wants an interior detail. When I inbox them, I tell them, thank you so much for the inquiry. As far as interior detailing, I only offer one package, and that starts at $250, right? And that's gonna include an interior detailed from your dashboard getting clean, your door panel scrubbed, steam clean, blown out, scrub all your crevices, your cup holders, your glove box if it's empty, your center consoles, scrub your seats. If you have leather, we'll use leather shampoo, leather conditioning all the interior, and then we'll do a exterior foam wash, wheels and tires, right? This one's usually I can knock them out between 2 to 3 hours. All right, so that is how I do business. It's a one price. And then, you know, some people have asked me, how in the world do you get a customer to pay you, you know, $500, $600 for their interior? We can't get it. And this is how I build value on what I bring to the table, right? So always ask questions. If you don't, you're missing out. Ask questions. And even if your packages start at $100, your interior detail, and you think that a customer is not going to pay you more, you're losing out, guys. And I'll use this $100. This is an interior detail, right? And if you get a customer that inboxes you, right, and you tell them, oh yeah, it's $100 for an interior detail, and you get to their house and then you realize that this could have been maybe a $180 or $200 package because this car is dirty. How do you build value of your $100 package? Simple. You ask questions. You know, when's the last time you detailed your car? And they're like, oh, it's been a minute. And you get the visuals of the car, and it's hammered. You see pet hair, you see ashes. I know you don't want to be doing this $100. So usually this $100, after I ask my questions, we're probably going to be around $200. Now, many people will say, man, I can't even get a customer to pay me this much money. How do you do it? You explain your process to them, and you let them know that because of, I don't even want to sound rude, but of their negligence, this $100 package just converted to $200. Why? Because of the time that it's been neglected. You have to go back and extract. You have to go back and blow out a lot of things. And it's just time consuming. If you explain to your customer correctly what you're going to be doing and why you're charging that much money, the customer usually don't have an issue. The issue they have is usually when you get to their house and you're like, oh my God, it's dirty. You know what? It's going to be $200 now. A lot of the times customers will be like, you know what? I don't even want to do it, right? So you want to be very upfront with your customers from the get-go. That way they understand the process. They understand what you're going to be doing, and they say yes more than no's. So hopefully this kind of helps, right? If a customer inboxes me about ceramic coatings, you know, everything starts at $1,400, you know, and it goes up depending on the year. All right. And this is the only thing they get. They don't get anything else. Therefore, they'll stay more connected with what I'm sending them. and they don't leave, and then we can both come to an agreement to what they need. All right, and then, you know, just say starts. Use the word starts. That way they know that this is just an entry price, and this is subject to change upon condition at all times. And hopefully this kind of helps you guys, because now obviously I used to do, like I said, 4 to 5 cars a day to make 300. Now when I do an interior, guys, I'm usually around this price right here in one car, and I can go home. I can come home, relax. I can go fishing. I have time to maybe spend it with the kids' field trips, whenever that happens again, right? Field trips and stuff like that. It gives me freedom. When you're doing your business, guys, you don't want to be tied to being a slave, working all the time. And again, this is just my opinion. Working for a car wash so many years, I was a slave. I was a slave. And even for the couple years that I did this, I was still a slave. I had to bust my butt. But the end result, right? My end result was I wanted freedom. Freedom to where I am now. I do one car and I'm done. No headaches. I can go home and relax or do whatever you want. So try that. If you guys are just starting, only send the customer, I say 3 is the lucky number. And what do you mean by that, Carlos? Send the customer 3 packages that you can guarantee you'll do the best, or 3 packages that you see are what you sell the most. For some, it's a basic wash, right? You sell a lot of basic washes. Let's say you sell a lot of interior details, right? And in your business, they ask you for a lot of headlights, right? Headlight restoration. 3 things that your business, that you see in your business that sells the most. Usually it would be interiors, right? Hand wax, interior details, hand wax, and another one you sell is obviously the basics, a basic wash. Obviously this should be first or whatever. So these are 3 of the most popular packages when you start. I think that's in general, but I could be wrong. So if these are the 3 packages that you can provide at the moment, that is a-okay. But guess what? It's going to eliminate a customer from having to read all of this that you might write, to literally just going 1, 2, 3 packages is what you offer. Okay, you know what? I need a basic wash. Boom. And then they're going to start talking to you about the basic wash. Or another customer is going to say, you know what? I need an interior detail. Then you're going to only talk about the interior detail. 3 things that you offer, that you seem is something that you offer a lot and customers get it. That is what I would love for you to advertise. If you just do basics, interiors, and hand waxes, hammer those 3 things, and trust me, the customer, your conversion rate should be much better than if you send them all of this in your business. So I hope this video helped, guys. I really didn't want to make it very long for you guys, and as always, God bless y'all, and I'll see you guys on the next video.